The next thing I'd like to talk about is tolerancing. Tolerancing needs to be understood. In manufacturing, there is some math. So if you're not necessarily good in math, that's okay, but there are some basics that you'll need to understand. So let me cover that. All of us know what a human hair is and the size of a human hair. So a human hair is 3.5 thousandths in diameter. Okay, remember we said OD, outer diameter. So a human hair is 3.5 thousandths round. Just to give you an idea, the machine behind me has programmable resolution of 10 millionths. A micron is 39 millionths. And the way you can tell if it's millionths is there's 4 zeros before the numbers. So if it's 10 millionths, there's 4 leading zeros and then a 1 and a 0. If it's 39 millionths, which is a micron in metric, it'll have 4 leading zeros and a 39. So if you can see here, here's a dot that represents a micron, which is 39 millionths. And here's a large circle, this is at least 2,000 magnification, is 3.5 thousandths. That is, in comparatively speaking, what a human hair looks like in comparison to the programmable resolution of this CNC machine. CNC machine stands for Computer Numerical Control. Going back in the, probably prior to the 70s, most of the machines in the United States and around the world were manually operated by our operator with levers and with a lot of skill. In the United States, somewhere in the 70s and 80s, CNC came onto the market and onto the manufacturing shop floors. So consequently, the tolerances that we can hold on these machines, just to give you an idea, this outer diameter I can hold to plus or minus 1/10,000th of an inch. So 1/10,000th of an inch, here's the marking that represents 1/10,000th of an inch, so it's twice that in terms of the tolerance that we can hold on this particular lathe. So let me explain what programmable resolution and offset capability is on a CNC lathe. Think of it as a high-definition TV set. Okay, we now have 4K television sets. And the pixels, and the amount of pixels in a high-definition TV set on a color TV allows you to see it much clearer. So when you go down to 10 millionths resolution, that means you can move the tool, the cutting tool, in 10 millionths or 1/10th or 1/10,000th of an inch increments. That means that your surface finish is going to be that much closer, or the detail of manufacturing is going to be that much closer. But if you can relate it to the pixels on a television set, it'll make a lot more sense. Let me explain also some of the terms that go with the manufacturing processes. So I'm going to go back to what we just talked about a minute ago. Turning is making round parts. Those are called lathes. Lathes do turning. Milling is done by a milling machine. There's a lot of terminology that is very basic in manufacturing. It's almost so basic that it explains itself. Grinding, cylindrical grinders, surface grinders, jig grinders do grinding. A saw, a horizontal saw, a vertical saw, a bandsaw does sawing. EDM machines do EDM processing. And then drill presses or milling machines, in some cases lathes, actually do drilling. So that gives you a little idea of some of the terminology of machines and machine tools. Let me explain that. Machine tools is not this. This is a cutting tool. This end mill is a cutting tool. This turning tool is a cutting tool. And the insert that's coated is a cutting tool. But the machine tools is the machines themselves that are usually very large. They're many times can be manual, but of course they're also CNC, and we just talked about what CNC is.